Good evening. This is the third video I'm making. This is on the rapture. When will the rapture occur? How can we know when the signs are here? Well, first off, we've got to quit listening to what everybody's teaching us and listen to the Bible. I've studied the Bible a lot. I've forgotten more than most people will ever learn, sadly, but that's a different story. So, I'm going to show you tonight in the Bible rather quickly, because I got a high definition camera and it takes hours and hours to download anything. Okay, what are the signs? We got Matthew chapter 24. It says, "Beware that no man leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they will lead many astray. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place. But the end is not yet. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All this is but the beginning of birth pains. Then they will hand you over to be tortured, and will put you to death. And you will be hated by all nations because of my name. Then many will fall away, and they will betray one another, and hate one another. And many false prophets will arise, and lead many astray. And because of the increase of lawlessness, the love of many will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end will be saved. And this good news of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the world as a testimony to all the nations. And then the end will come. So, when you see the desolation of abomination standing in the holy place, as was spoken by Daniel the prophet said in chapter 7, verse 25, he said, it was written to him, the angel was given in the vision, he shall speak words against the Most High, shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall attempt to change the sacred seasons and the law. And they shall be given into, and the saints shall be given in, or he shall be given the power for a time and times and half a time. Then he shall be destroyed. So for 3.5 years, the Antichrist will be here. Jesus says, reigning, Jesus says, so when you see the desolation standing in the holy place, where's the holy place? Well, where's it at? Is it the United States? No, it's in Jerusalem. But the holy place hasn't been built yet. The temple hasn't built. And Jesus is telling us, when we see this, okay, then you better start running. That's what it says. Flee to the mountains. Okay, so, now let's try to find out when the rapture will take place for us. Okay, we go to, let's see, let's try this one first. Okay, this one is in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and we're looking at verse 51. Listen, I will tell you a mystery. We will not all die, but we will all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. The last trump will be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Okay, so you can't use that verse for any pre-trib stuff, or can you? Okay, so, I mean, to prove that he's coming way before. Alright, now, then we go to Thessalonians, and it says, chapter 4, verse, let's see. Let's start at 16. For the Lord himself, with a cry of command, with the archangel's call, and the sound of God's trumpet, there we got that trumpet again, will descend from heaven. And when the dead in Christ shall rise first, and we who are left will be caught up in the clouds together with them to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Therefore encourage one another with these words. Now I'm reading out of the New Revised Standard Version. I got every Bible there is, so I don't worship one Bible. I like them all. Each has their pluses and minuses. But, so then we go to, so we've got this last trumps. Okay, we got both times the trump. Okay, then we got Revelations chapter, let's go to chapter 12, where it says, 12:12, where it says, because he knows that his time is short. Okay, because the devil has come down to you. See, the devil's just cast out now. Now he's really mad. He's very unhappy. So, then we go on down to 13. It says, he's going on, and it talks about how his, the woman who gives 2 wings, the great eagle, and she flies into the wilderness. Then it goes on down. And then he goes, and he went off to make war on the rest of her children, those who kept the commandments of God and hold the testimony of Jesus. Okay, so these aren't Jews. There could be Christian Jews, but these are the ones that hold the testimony of Jesus. Okay, and that's verse, that's the last verse in 17. Okay, then we go on down to chapter 13 in Revelations, and it says, the beast was given a mouth uttering haughty and blasphemous words, and it was allowed to exercise the authority for 42 months. That's 3.5 years. Okay. It opens its mouth to utter blasphemies against God, blaspheming his name, his dwelling, that is, those who dwell in heaven. It was also allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them. It was given authority over every tribe, people, language, nation, and all the inhabitants of the earth will worship it, everyone whose name has not been written in the foundation of the world, in the book of life of the Lamb that was slaughtered. Okay. And it goes on to say in verse 10, if you are to be taken in captivity, into captivity you will go. If you kill with the sword you will be killed. Here is the call for the endurance and faith of the saints. So if you go around trying to slaughter people, I'm going to hide up with my guns and ammo, you know, you're going to get a dirt nap. You're going to die by the sword. All right, here we go. Now I've missed something here. Okay, Revelations 11:15. I missed something here. Then the 7th angel blew his trumpet, and there were loud voices in heaven saying, the kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of the Lord and of his Messiah, and he will reign forever and ever. Okay, and then it goes on. And that's where I dropped the ball on my last video. The verse I was missing, the main one, is Revelations chapter 10, verse 7. And it says, but in the days when the 7th angel is to blow his trumpet, the mystery of God will be fulfilled, as he announced to his servants the prophets. Now, what mystery could that possibly be? Here we are in the midst of the tribulation, and we've got this last trumpet. Could it be what Paul said when the angel at the last trump? Right there in Revelation chapter 10, I believe, is the rapture, when the mystery of God will be fulfilled. I believe that's where it's at, right there. Right there. That is where it's going to be. Now, we've got all these cryptic passages. The pre-tribulation rapture people, you know, they really don't have a leg to stand on. They go through a bunch of metaphoric bride and wife stuff to try to make their point. But, no, take it literally. Paul said the last trump. And then he said the trumpet. And then we see here in Revelations 10:7, there will be no more delay. When the angel is to blow his trumpet, the mystery of God will be fulfilled. You have to ask yourself, what other mystery is there that could possibly be fulfilled that the prophets had revealed to us? That's the only true mystery. There's the mystery of Christ, the mystery of godliness, But the only real mystery is the rapture. I mean, everybody scratches their head over that. So, my contention, and we see that it's in the bowels of the tribulation. So, I can't pinpoint exactly where. Maybe someone with a better head than me can. But as far as I can work it down, it happens sometime after the Antichrist, because Jesus himself said, when you see the abomination of desolation standing where it ought not. See? So we're going to see the Antichrist. We're going to see him standing once the temple is built, and sometime after that, it could be a week, it could be a year, it could be 10 years. Who knows? He doesn't have to jump in the temple 5 minutes later, because the Bible does say he shall cause the sacrifice to stop. So obviously they were carving up sheep for a while before the Antichrist finally takes over. So sometime after the temple's built, and it's going to be that last 3.5 years of the 7-year compact, or tribulation as people call it. But really there's not much of a tribulation until the last 3.5, when the Antichrist gets power over the saints and has given power to overcome them and to kill them. So, pre-tribulation rapture is definitely out. Now I can quote other passages, you know, I mean, people, there's a good amount of passages that say we'll go all the way through, but it leaves room for this mystery right here. This is the most plausible interpretation for when the rapture is going to happen, and it's still a mystery. You still can't quite pinpoint it, and that's the way it was meant to be. It was meant to be that way, because otherwise you would be watching and waiting, and this way, you know, the Lord's going to come unawares. He's going to come like a thief in the night. Revelation 3:10, because you've kept my word to persevere, I shall also keep you from the hour of trial that shall try those that dwell upon the earth that's coming. See, he's going to keep us from the very hour. And what very hour is the trial? Well, to me, it's when the Antichrist is in office and he starts to chop heads off. That's my interpretation. If somebody's got a better one, you know, I'm always willing to listen. But I hope this helped you out. God bless you. All glory to God. And have a good, wonderful day. And my best guess is that we still have a little stretch left. We're going to enter a season of wars, from what I've been told prophetically through one prophet, and from what I see in the Bible. You know, Russia does have to come and attack Israel. When? Today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, 5, 10 years from now? I don't know. But eventually they will attack, Russia will attack Israel. And when we see that happen, we'll know that time is really, really short, friends. God bless you. Have a wonderful night.